Hi, welcome back. It's Confessions from the Dark Side. I am Darcy Darkness, and today I present to you Happy Slaughterous Love Day. Yes, that's right. We're here to celebrate that lovely yet treacherous day known as Valentine's Day. Yes, I sound very excited about that, don't I? I'm going to start off with a disclaimer before we start because, again, it's me that's this channel. I am so full of adult content, and some may think it is unnecessary. Some of you may think that it is not needed. If you are one of these people, then thanks for checking me out. But I will say this only once. If you can't stand the heat, then get the fuck out of my kitchen. Now, for everyone else who likes what we have here, then regular scheduled programming will continue. Shall we get started? Are we ready? Yes, everyone? So, as I said, I'm Darcy Darkness, and this is Confessions from the Dark Side, and this is a Valentine's special. And today we are covering that Hallmark holiday that we all know, we're all aware of, that is creeping in now that we're in February, and it plagues everyone known to man. That one day a year where it's the most loneliest, even if you have someone to celebrate it. Hallmark makes a ton of money during this time, and yet why wait the one day to tell that someone special that you love them or you care about them? When life is short, you should be telling them every day. Why wait? Do I celebrate Valentine's Day? No, definitely not. Have I ever? No. Will I ever? No. And you will probably find out why, as you can tell from my tone. It's the one day of the year that people can feel, well, the most upset. Imagine seeing people get cards and attention and nothing, and then you get nothing. How is that supposed to make you feel better? It's horrible to think that this is a holiday. It's more of a competition, let's face it. And the one time I don't think it's acceptable is during school. Haven't kids get it hard enough? Then you throw in a popularity contest. If they don't get sent a card or get gifts, etc., then they are classed as unloved and unwanted, and no one should ever have to feel that way. We're teaching our children to do these things by celebrating this holiday the way we do. Well, the way yous do, not the way I do, because I do not. My son doesn't celebrate it either. No, we should not. And that is the one reason I do not celebrate this day. And I encourage my family to tell the people they love and care about to see it every day and not wait, because you never know when will be the last time you see them. And you want them to know how you feel about them, always. So I'm going to give you some facts. Sorry. Do you celebrate Valentine's Day, my lovely audience, my lovely community? Have you ever? Or do you not celebrate anymore? Can you tell me the reason why? Do you realise it's just a complete gimmick? Or you just realise what's the fucking point? Let me know in the comments below. If you like Valentine's Day, you don't like Valentine's Day, you think it's pointless like me, thumbs up, thumbs down, let me know. So February has been recognised as the month of romance. It's both recognised in Catholicism, well it was, and ancient Roman traditions. Yet the Catholic Church removed its association with St. Valentine's Day in 1969 due to the lack of clarification on the origin, which that made me laugh incredibly hard that the Catholic Church, with their big book of fiction that they change every, decades, 100 years, whatever, they change it over time to suit basically what they want to push. So there's lots of things that weren't there that are there now, and there's a lot of things that aren't there that were there. But Valentine's Day, because there was no clear clarification that Saint Valentine was actually a saint, now that's where they draw the fucking line. Okay then, okay. That's very Catholic of you, just to delete basically something that doesn't fit with your narrative. I see you, Catholic Church. We all do. The Catholic Church only recognised Saint Valentine, but it was 3 different saints that were all martyrs. So again, it kind of switch. It's basically a wee bit of wishy-washy, as you'd say. Here. Some believe the 14th of February is to celebrate the death of St. Valentine, and that was around 270 AD, meaning Christians stole, again, clutch your pearls, shock horror, another pagan festival, people. So Christmas, Halloween, Easter, can we keep going on that Christians keep celebrating the holidays and celebrations of other faiths that they've stolen over the years? And people, again, it's literally plagiarizing another OG religion. So the Catholic Church removed this as a holiday in 1969. Yeah. So they didn't recognise Saint Valentine as an actual saint, even though they were still teaching that to kids though in school, which is weird. when I was at school. I'm not old. I was not born in 1969, nowhere near it. It was also known as the Fertility Festival, which started on February the 15th, and the god that was worshipped was called Faunus, and he was said to be the Roman god of agriculture and was the founder of Romulus and Remus. For the festival, the priests would sacrifice a goat for fertility and a dog for purification. They would strip the animals for ceremonial purposes and head to the streets to slap women across the face with the bloody hides of the sacrificial goat that was drenched in blood. And apparently women were welcoming this. They wanted to be slapped in the face by a dead animal that was sacrificed in the name of a festival for love and mating and fertility. Is there any women out there right now that want to be slapped with a sacrificial goat's hide in the name of fertility? Moan the goats? Fuck me. And the less bloody barbaric ceremonies, they had an urn where they put young women's names in it, and the city's bachelors would take a turn to take a name out and pick a name, and that would be their forever love, and they would most likely be married off. Again, arranged marriages, people. Basically, it was name in a hat but an urn this time. Name in a urn. Yeah, name in a hat. That is that just made me laugh. So also the 14th of February was known as the beginning of the birds, which was mating season, and that's why it's classified as a romantic day. Again, it wasn't always a love fest or how they describe it now, as you can tell from the sacrificial goat slapping women across the face, apparently, or slapping women with them. I'm not assuming they just randomly get slapped. It was probably a face that got it. I'm only assuming that if they were welcoming it, they would probably all be standing up waiting for it. Imagine that line, man. I don't want to be in that line. The first Valentine was sent in the 15th century, which is in 1415, with the line, I am already sick of love, my very gentle Valentine. That doesn't sound like a healthy relationship, does it? Or a healthy love? It does not. I don't want to be in a relationship with someone that says I'm sick of love and, yes, you're my very gentle Valentine, but you're sick of love, really, and you're sending me that on Valentine's Day? What a dick. In 1840, the very first Valentine was mass produced in the USA. In the 17th century, flowers were the obvious choice of the traditional gift on Valentine's Day, as they were the language of love, apparently, and also its fertility as well when you think about it. Biology of an actual flower, a female flower, again, fertility and love and all that carry on. But for me, flowers are actually more that you'd see as an apology after someone's done something wrong, and that's what I actually associate flowers and false intentions, basically. Giving someone flowers because it's false intentions. So red roses are the symbol of the flower of love and tradition here, but other colours are symbolic as well that can be given instead of the red rose if you want it to be a wee bit different. If you celebrate that day, that is. Like a deep pink, a purple, or white, sometimes yellow, because again, that's friendship and things like that. Depending on the colour, means a different type of meaning. So if you want to be different, think outside the box, then you can get all these other different colours of flowers or roses. In 2023, $26 billion was spent on Valentine's Day. That's right. 26 billion people, sorry, $26 billion was wasted on a day that money could have went to facilitate something actually good and positive and make a difference, but no, it went on fucking Valentine's Day. And how many people are still with their Valentine? Not everyone from last year. Again, candy and chocolates and stuff are actually a lot more popular these days to give than giving flowers or red roses. So again, think outside the box. Go for something different. Valentine's Day is the most common day for a proposal. No thank you. Yes, no thank you. Don't propose to your missus or your single or your significant other, should I say. Do not propose to them on Valentine's Day. Don't be cheap as fuck. Don't be cringy as fuck. Pick a fucking day that's a symbol for your relationship and means something for you both. Whether it's your first date, the first time you met, the first time you realise you love the person that you're going to fucking propose to and spend the rest of your life with. Pick a nice day, something that's a symbol of your relationship and your time together. Don't be cheesy and cringy. Don't be that person. Do not be that guy. or person or significant other or woman or just don't be that person, right? Just pick a fucking unless your first date was Valentine's Day, do you know what I mean? Then I can understand why. But most people don't want to be proposed on a day that they're sharing with everyone on the fucking planet at the exact same time. Don't go there, don't be like that. Is that even recording? Apparently it is. Is it? It is. It seems to be. Right, okay. The 13th of February is actually Valentine's Day, which is a celebration of friendship. Women celebrating women. Now, that doesn't happen very often. We live in a world where most people take each other out. They don't want to build you up and be supportive and kind and loving and want the best for you. They want to fucking take you out so they can walk on top of you. And we need less of that shit and more of the supporting and celebrating women and our accomplishments as our sex, basically. That's what we should be celebrating. So, on the 13th of February, celebrate your fellow women. March, yay. Don't fucking come for me. I'm a happily married woman who loves 15th of March. Well, when I ate solid food, that is. I won't be having a steak. Better holiday for good food, good times. Just don't watch The Last House on the Left because it will not get you in the mood and it most likely make your partner say, no, we're not doing that. Definitely not. If you haven't watched it, then don't watch it on Valentine's Day to get in the mood. It's not a Valentine's horror movie, I would suggest. And also, if you have, then you know it's seen exactly what I'm talking about. Sticks with you. And I'm talking about the original Wes Craven one, not the remake. You can also celebrate International Quirky Alone Day, which is celebrating self love and platonic relationships and has been celebrated since 2003. So, 21 years ago, someone decided, let's have Quirky Alone Day, which again, that sounds very nice, celebrating platonic friendships and self love. We all know where Bandara is. Love, honey, etc. Go celebrate Quirky International Alone Day. Go visit your online retailers and go for it. William Shakespeare started a tradition of letters to Juliet. We need a horror movie in Shakespearean times about love letters like a chain letter of death and love, etc. Could start it off in Shakespearean times and have it going through the ages to present day, and then obviously trying to trace it back and finding the horrors along the way. Don't take my fucking idea, anyone. I swear to fucking God, you plagiarising tunts out there who'll probably steal my work. I keep giving you good ideas. Don't hold out, man. Pay the pipe. So, what is a cherub versus what we are told is a cherub or was a cherub? We see on TV shows like you had in Charmed, they had cherubs and they were actually mischievous and evil. Then we had them in Supernatural, and yes, they did want love and to make people fall in love, but they hug a lot, and apparently, yeah, that's just no. And Castiel says no one likes their handshake. I agree. So, a cherub is a strange and creepy celestial being that has four faces, basically. Obviously, it's celestial face, a lion's head, ox head, and an eagle head. Do you really want someone who has four faces to be in control of your love life and your future? What you fuck, I think not. So a cherub is a powerful Roman god, and a special power is erotic love and desire. And again, these two things can be catastrophic. Not just erotic love, but love and desire for something, not even a person, can make people do fucked up shit. It really fucking can. So both the Roman version and the Greek god version have the same identity. They're beautiful, slender men, kind of androgynous looking, with wings, not chubby babies that you see with wings playing harps that you see in a lot of artwork. But depending on which art that's subjecting their look and their identity is completely different to the gods that they actually represent. So Cupid was said to be the son of the Roman god Venus, which is the goddess Aphrodite in Greek mythology, and Mars, which is Ares in Greek mythology. So you would have love and war as your parents. Again, the meaning of erotic love and desire, but your parents are love and war. Even though love and war go hand in hand, they can also again have the direct opposite effect. You can love someone so much, you can love them to death. You can because of war, because of how much you love someone, because of their death, etc. And war, you can create wars from less than just love and desire. So having your parents be these things, well, your life was not going to be peachy and simple, of course, wouldn't you say? Cupid controlling your fate is like a toss of a coin. Not to your witcher, of course not. That prick is getting none of my coins. Anyway, love or war or good versus evil, light and dark. That's basically what Cupid's controlling your fate. It has the power of love and war in its DNA from its parents. And even though its job is to create love, create relationship, some of that actually doesn't work out, as you can imagine. So you've got Cupid controlling your start off and your love and your relationships, basically. It's very controlling, isn't it? Different religions, faiths, beliefs, and time periods depict a different version of Cupid and cherubs. We have Hallmark now, and have done for many, many decades, portraying it. Different religions, beliefs, and time periods depict a different version of Cupid and cherubs. We have Hallmark now, and have done for many decades, portraying it as love, a special day of love, and the bigger the gift, the more money that you spend, the more you love that person, and it looks more selfish and competitive, like you're doing it for yourself, and it's not selfless, basically. One of the many reasons that I don't celebrate this day, if you love somebody you care about in your personal life, tell them every day, appreciate them, celebrate them in your life every day. Fuck Valentine's Day. In the Bible, it shows that cherubs guard, well, they were in charge of the Garden of Eden, of guarding it against evil and Satan, Lucifer, getting into the garden. They did a very fucking good job, didn't they, in their story? That didn't work out well, did it? And again, leaving some inexperienced individual to guard such a place. Yes. Maybe that's why they're two-faced. Maybe they did it, sorry, they're four-faced, because you don't know what face actually let the serpent in. Or they could have been punished and been given four faces, because again, it could be one of those learn a lesson type things. So I hope you enjoyed those little bit of facts. It's not really facts, it's lore, since it's like a fictional character. Fictional. I'm doing bunny ears, not on a fucking camera, which is pointless. Had you heard any of those facts before? Do you have any other facts? Or is there maybe something from where you're from, or your religion or your faith, that actually depicts cherubs and Valentine's Day? Definitely please let me know in the comments below, because I love hearing about facts and I love hearing about traditions and things like that from different cultures and different countries around the world. So we have Valentine. We have some movies that have got some creepiness in Valentine's Day, and I'm just going to list them, and you can tell me in the comments below what would be your go-to. Either do you celebrate Valentine's Day, and what movie would you watch, or are you going to change it up and watch something else? Let us know. Is it the only day that you don't watch horror movies is Valentine's Day? Do you have weird, quirky traditions? Please let me know in the comments below. So we're starting off with the most kind of common one. It's from 2001, and it stars David Boreanaz and Denise Richards, and it's called Valentine. Like 5 women are stalked, creepy enough, by a masked killer, and it's basically a dark story, a dark past, and things happening on that present day, which is in 2001. And again, David Boreanaz is in, he's Booth and Bones, and he's Angel from Buffy, basically. He's been in loads of stuff, but that's the stuff I can remember him from. So there's Hospital Massacre in 1981, Life After Beth, which is classed as horror, but it's dark humour. It's like a guy's girlfriend dies and comes back, and he thinks there's something wrong. Holy shit, your girlfriend died and she's fucking come back for the dead. Of course something's not right. She's a fucking zombie. What the fuck? Hello? Mandy 2018, which is Nicolas Cage. I said this is Nicolas Cage's Rage. This is his John Wick. This is Rage. This is him losing his cage. Nicholas losing his rage. Nicholas Rage. Yes, this will go on all day, man. Nicolas Cage. He's not got a type of movie, I would say, these days. He just does a lot of movies, and some of which I enjoy, some I do not. Some I watch and are cringy. Still watch them because it's Nicolas fucking Cage. So again, as you can see, watch Mandy in 2018. It's based around a cult as well, so that's a good one. Picnic at Hanging Rock. Again, this is quite a famous one. It came out in 1975. I'm actually surprised it's not been fucking remade. Come on, Hollywood, you're fucking letting the side down, man. You've remade Carrie a couple of times. Sorry, yeah, remade it and gave it a sequel, and they were shite. So you get Carrie in 1976, and again it has like Valentine aspects because again, teenager love, prom. Again, it's not really coming of age, but you know, it's like she just wants to be seen as a woman and fall in love and all that carry on. And then we know how fucking twisted Carrie becomes, don't we? Sissy Spacek, you creepy lady, still creepy lady, brilliant actress, absolutely love your portrayal of Carrie. Awesome. No one has played it like you. No one's ever had that fucking look, man. Definitely not. So please watch Carrie. Ready or Not in 2019. Audition in 1999. Creep 2 in 2017. Raising Cain. Now, I was wondering, is this actually, because this is Raising Cain has John Lithgow in it, and John Lithgow's an amazing actor. Everybody knows John Lithgow from, if you don't know him, John Lithgow was in so many movies. He plays Dick in Third Rock from the Sun, and he's awesome. He was in Dexter. He plays Lord Farquaad in Shrek. He's been in so many, again, TV shows, movies, and he plays Barney's dad. I forgot about that in How I Met Your Mother. Again, he was really, 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 oh my god, he was amazing in Dexter as the serial killer. He was so fucking good. So it's a crime drama horror with John Lithgow. Don't know why I keep going to call him Jonathan, and Lolita Davidovich. The oncologist wife of a prominent child psychologist suspects her husband has an unhealthy scientific obsession with their child, unaware of what or who is really going on inside his head, because he's kind of like got a split personality. So he does. Yeah, twisted mind control experiments of his discredited psychologist's father. Jonathan Lithgow is the best part in this because he's playing multiple personalities. So anyone who can do that, who can again play the multiple personalities, there's so many actors that have done it over time. Norman Bates in Psycho, James McAvoy in Split and Glass. There's so many people that have played like a split personality, lots of serial killers and everything like that. They seem to think that they have an alter ego or an alter personality and things like that. So I do like Raising Cain. It is a really good movie, and it's John Lithgow, and it is very, very good. So I'd say if you really want something that's more of this is a thriller, yeah. No, so say it's a crime drama horror, but I'd get a bit of thriller in there, definitely, like psychologically. Especially John Lithgow's actually there's something quite handsome about him in that film. I don't know what that is. Maybe because he's playing two characters. Who knows? Sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent about John Lithgow there. Just was watching like a trailer there, and I was just like, oh my god, he is quite handsome there, isn't he? Oh. No, I'm back. Okay, so we have Pontypool in 2008, which I don't think I've seen. It doesn't sound like it. I wrote Pontypoo. Are you kidding me? Ah. As a radio host interprets the possible outbreak of a deadly virus which infects in a small Ontario town that he's stationed in, and apparently it's based on a book. I haven't seen it. The Bride of Frankenstein, 1935, and again, Frankenstein's monster, not Frankenstein, the monster finding love and getting married. And who does, and that's all basically the story really is about. Every time the portrayal of Frankenstein sorry, not Frankenstein, the Frankenstein's monster is. He wants to find a mate and someone like him so he can pretty much live happily ever after. Cupid in 2020, it has Georgina Jane, and I don't know anybody else. That's the main person that's in it. I don't really know anybody else that's in that movie. It's just under horror, and I haven't seen it. It's Cupid. It'll be a bloody Valentine this year. After being horrendously embarrassed by the mean girls at school, Faye, a practicing witch of course she is, summons the evil Cupid to take revenge on all those who wronged her. Well done. About fucking time. It looks like it's from the UK because of the way the girls are dressed. So it's about a payback story. I think I might have to get that movie. Holidays. Again, the cover of the movie sounds familiar. It came out in 2016. It has a creepy wee girl in the trailer, so I'm thinking, yep, it's a fantasy horror mystery. Holidays is an anthology feature film that puts a uniquely dark and original spin on some of the most iconic and beloved holidays of all time by challenging our folklore traditions and assumptions. So, again, Holidays looks really good. And again, like I said, fantasy horror and mystery. We have Possession, which is a Lovecraftian film, which was out in 1981. My Bloody Valentine. Now, My Bloody Valentine has been remade. There's one in 1981, which is the one that I originally seen, and then there was one that was released in 2009. Tom returns to his hometown on the 10th anniversary of the Valentine Night Massacre that claimed the lives of 22 people. Instead of homecoming, Tom finds himself suspected of committing the murders. And it seems like his old flame is the only one that believes that he is innocent. So again, he's trying to prove that he's innocent. He's went back home to be basically told that he is guilty. And it has Jensen Ackles as Tom. And we know Jensen Ackles from Supernatural. Dean. Then we have Jamie King, Kerr Smith. He was in Dawson's Creek. And I don't really recognise... Oh, there's a couple other... Megan Boone. She was in Blacklist. Try to go through. There's a lot of people in these kind of movies that are not as big. And again, that's horror, mystery, and thriller. We have Vampire Girl versus Frankenstein in 2009. It kind of looked kind of childish for me, or more in the comedy scale. Lover's Lane. See, Lover's Lane, there's always a crazy ass story about Lover's Lane, and it's usually lovers go here, they were murdered, or they took their own lives, or something like that. So, a man who committed a series of murders 13 years ago begins to hunt down his victims' children. Of course he does, because why not just go after them full stop? Why wait 13 years? Why? But it happens. It gets 4.1 out of 10 on IMDb. And again, don't really know anybody who's in it. No one really sticks out. But these are some of the terrible films that I probably will watch. Tales from the Crypt. Apparently, there's one in the 70s, but if I was going to pick one, I'd probably pick Bordello of Blood because, again, Bordello, and it's all about, again, not really love, but people are getting slaughtered in it, and it's a Tales from the Crypt film, so it's going to be that. The Honeymoon Killers in 1970. Return of the Living Dead. Yep. Return of the Living Dead 3. Let the Right One In. Oscar, an overlooked and bullied boy, finds love and revenge through Eli, a beautiful but peculiar girl. And again, it's a lot of people from... It's from Scandinavia anyway. Yeah, Sweden, sorry. So basically it's about a boy who finds love and then ends up seeking vengeance. Or the friend seeks vengeance, basically. Protecting him, basically. The Loved Ones in 2009, Warm Bodies in 2015, The Love Witch in 2017, a VR Valentine slasher, Mine by Eli Roth, which was out in 2023. Haven't seen it. Bride of Chucky, again, anything with bride and love, really. It Follows is another good one. Let Me In, even though it is, I wouldn't say it's a Valentine story, but it's a love story, an alternative one. Chloe Grace Moretz in it, and she's looks like she lives with her dad, but you find out it's an alternative love story because she's actually a vampire, and she kind of mates for life, or she thinks you she's connected to you, sorry, for life. And she's obviously in a little girl's body, but she's very, very, very old. And again, it's quite sad and also really, I found it incredibly sad because when it starts to explain who she is and who the man she is with, a bullied boy befriends a young female vampire who lives in secrecy with her guardian. It's like everybody like kind of becomes the guardian after a certain time, obviously. And it's drama, fantasy, and horror. But it's like an alternative love story and friendship if you want to have something different. Only Lovers Left Alive, that's Tilda Swinton and Tom Hiddleston. And again, that's based on two lonely ones, which, if you're not aware of that, is two vampires. And they've basically mated for life. The way vampire lore used to be when a vampire mates for life, that's them. And it's just like how Tom Hiddleston's character ends up basically the way vampires go, basically. when they have been alive for so long. Set against the romantic desolation of Detroit and Tangiers, an underground musician deeply depressed by the direction of human activities reunites resilient and enigmatic lover. Their love story has already endured several centuries at least, but their debauched ideal is soon disrupted by her wild and uncontrollable younger sister. Can these wise but fragile outsiders continue to survive as the modern world collapses around them? A depressed musician, yes, reunites with his lover, however. Their romance was already endured several centuries, is disrupted by the arrival of an uncontrollable younger sister. Sounds about right, doesn't it? Bones and All, which is out in 2022. Haven't heard of that. Yeah, Bones and All is Timothy Chalamet, and I actually only seen the trailer for this recently. Drama, horror, and romance. A young woman embarks on a 1,000-mile odyssey through America where she meets a disenfranchised drifter, as you do. But all the roads lead back to their terrifying past and to the final stand that will determine whether love can survive the otherness. It's a very weird and strange movie. Romance and horror. I love how they say in the advert of it that romance and horror never actually intertwine in movies or come together. They obviously aren't watching the right horror movies then, because it's very, very. They are. Again, I don't really recognise any of the other people that are in it. Not even the kind of secondary characters I even recognise. So my favourite horror, Valentine's horror for me, are Let the Right One In, Carrie, My Bloody Valentine, both versions, Raising Cain, Valentine, Bordello of Blood, Let Me In. And the movies that I'm going to hopefully watch will be, I will be watching Bones and All, and what was the other one? Cupid. Yeah, those two. What is your favourite Valentine's movie and why? And do you feel that Valentine's movies, do you think that they really, Valentine's horror movies, do you think they really capture and portray what Valentine's is supposed to stand for? Or do you think we need something a bit less gory and a wee bit more lore? So do we need less gore, more lore? Let me know in the comments below. That was Happy Slaughter Love Day. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed hearing about my hate for this day and the lore and the mythology of this day. How are you celebrating it? Are you celebrating celebrating Valentine's? Are you celebrating the whole month of February? So that was the Valentine's special. Have you learned anything new? Do you have any facts for me? Culture, country, wherever you're from, whatever you celebrate, let me know in the comments below. If you like content like this, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, Instagram, X, our Facebook group, which is under the same name. You can also listen to our podcast on YouTube and on Spotify. And if you click on the Buzzsprout link, it will take you to it will take you to the podcast page, and the podcast will take you to wherever you would like to listen to your podcasts or wherever you listen to them. If you want to contact the channel, it is confessionsfromthedarkside@gmail.com. If you want to catch me on any lives, that will be on Twitch, and I go live at the weekends in the morning UK time usually, and sometimes throughout the week. But you can get me on my social media at Behind the Mash Reviews. The E's are 3s, S and Mask is a 5. What the fuck? This is Happy Slaughter Love Day, and this is Confessions from the Dark Side, and I am Darcy Darkness, and I'll see you in the next one later.